Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am your host, Paisano. You'll notice that I'm empty-handed. Why am I empty-handed, you may ask? I can't find the album. Now, I didn't even have an album jacket for the album. It's loose, running around in one of these stacks I have all over the house. I was in a collection that someone had given me to check out, for any worth albums that were left in their house or down their basement of a house they bought, or abandoned records that they found or whatever. And this one was in it. It's Zoot, Allures by Frank Zappa. And came out in 1976. And it is his 22nd album. So he was really cranking them out, considering his first album, Freak Out, came out in 1966. So he was really cranking out the product. And what amazes me about Frank Zappa is he could have been a mainstream artist, probably as legendary as anybody you can think of, but he chose his own path. He wrote songs for himself. He was an absolute genius, mostly self-taught. And, his writing was for him. And God bless him for it. He died a young man at 52 years old from cancer. And he left a legacy. One hell of a guitarist. Whoa. Could that guy play guitar? I need to be more familiar with his product. Over the years I heard, some of the real popular ones like Dynamo Hum or, songs like that. But I never really heard an album properly until this one. And it has definitely piqued my curiosity to look a little further, because I liked what I heard, even though when you look up, I looked at Frank Zappa albums ranked, from best to worst. Looked at a few of those lists, and Zoot Allures kind of comes in the middle, and it describes it as an album that, that most rock fans could identify with. Frank Zappa was very accomplished. He could play jazz, he could play rock, he could play funk. He was extremely versatile, and he's sorely missed. And like I said, I really need to brush up on my Zappa, because it's definitely a road worth taking from what I can see. He had quite a number of musicians on this album, most of which I never heard of, besides Terry Bozzio on drums. He drummed on all tracks and contributed to backing vocals on a couple. Captain Beefheart, his old friend from California, contributes harmonica on a couple of tracks, credited as Donnie Valet. Other than that, I don't recognize really any of these names. But he definitely didn't have any schlubs with him. Anybody that he had appear on record was a very good musician. Let's go over the track listing. I'm going to have to read it off the computer. Side 1. Well, first of all, this was supposed to be a double album from what I read, and they cut down the track listing to make it a single. On side 1, Wind Up Working in a Gas Station, followed by Black Napkins, which has got to be it's named as one of his greatest guitar solos. Just phenomenal. The Torture Never Stops, which from what I understand was a concert staple. And side 1 finishes with Ms. Pinky. Side 2, Find Her Finer, Friendly Little Finger, Wonderful Wino, Zoot Allures, and another popular one, Disco Boy. Now, some of these albums had unbelievable rock riffs in them, you know? Really caught my attention, and that's why I wanna dive in a little further. I want to see. I want to know more about his music. I'm sorry I'm not more well versed in Zappa. From what talking to people that I know at work and stuff, friends of mine, they don't know anything about Frank Zappa. Either you know about him or you don't. You know? And I don't like being a person that doesn't, because, I think it's going to be a worthwhile journey. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We talk about rock and roll here. And if you've been watching for some time and not yet subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. The Rock Talk and the Rock and Roll Dungeon doesn't cost a penny. I'm here to inform and entertain. And I hope I do that. Until Monday night, YouTube, we're going to grab the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Give a little shake-a-rooney. My co-host and one half of Team Paisano, Genevieve, will stick her hand in, draw another album, and I'll give you my honest and heartfelt thoughts on it next week. And next week will be the 24th of May. We are cruising right through May. Heading into the summer. Thank God, because it was a cold winter here. Let me tell you, I'm ready for summer. All right, YouTube, until Monday night. Thank you, and good night.